Just a reminder that all proceeds from our channel are donated to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up, commenting, or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference. One of the most common questions about any AmaWaterways River Cruise is, what should I wear? In this video, we'll walk you through the best things to do before you start packing, the power of layering, and the importance of modest style. We'll also share some key security tips, our top suggestions for footwear, and what to wear on board. Next, we'll cover dressing for special events like evening concerts in Vienna, offer packing tips, highlight some of the best shopping ports we visited, and show you how to be inspired by fellow passengers. And finally, let's talk about hair appliances, a common question for many AmaWaterways travelers. With river cruises available in all seasons and destinations, it's essential to check the weather both before booking and before traveling. We've taken river cruises worldwide throughout every season. Our most recent was AmaWaterways' Enchanting Rhine itinerary, which departed in early February 2025, with temperatures ranging from the 20s to the mid-60s Fahrenheit. We chose this itinerary in midwinter to compare it to a Christmas markets cruise and to experience the region during the low season with fewer crowds. When preparing for a river cruise, checking the weather isn't just about the immediate forecast, it's also about planning ahead. One of our favorite websites is AccuWeather.com. AccuWeather doesn't just provide daily and weekly forecasts, it also gives historical climate data showing average temperatures and rainfall chances for the destinations on your itinerary. This helps you pack appropriately and be ready for changing conditions. It also offers extended forecasts, sometimes up to 90 days out, giving you a general idea of what to expect before you travel. Another great feature is the hourly forecast, which can help you plan daily excursions. Knowing when to expect rain, wind, or sudden temperature shifts means you can dress accordingly and make the most of your time exploring. This is especially helpful if you're heading to places at higher elevations, like Rothenburg ob der Tauber, where we ended up buying extra layers to stay warm. Consider the nature of your excursions. If you're going underground, like we did during our Lanet Castle visit, temperatures can be noticeably cooler. Wine cellars are another example where it can get quite chilly. Bringing an extra layer is always a good idea to stay comfortable. So trust us, a little planning goes a long way. It may sound cliche, but layering is essential. On many AmaWaterways River cruises, the weather can shift quickly. You might have warm, sunny days, but things can cool off fast if it rains or when you're indoors. And don't forget, it can get chilly on board, especially out on deck or during scenic sailing. On our recent AmaWaterways cruise, we started with a t-shirt and leggings or pants, layering with a fleece and adding a lightweight or heavier jacket depending on the temperature and wind. It was a bit too chilly for shorts or dresses, but in warmer weather, those would be excellent choices for most tours. For rainy days, a breathable cycling or running jacket works wonders. They are lightweight, ventilated, and perfect for excursions. Or if one of these jackets isn't for you, a traditional raincoat or poncho with a hood is perfect as well. AmaWaterways provides umbrellas in every stateroom, stored in the closet. If you forget yours, additional umbrellas are available in the ship's lobby. Next to the umbrellas, you'll also find lightweight walking sticks and foldable walking sticks with a seat, which can be helpful for more challenging excursions. We personally find the provided umbrellas a bit bulky and prefer bringing a lightweight foldable umbrella that fits easily in a day bag. On colder days or during winter cruises, we bring puffer jackets since they're easy to pack and store. Depending on the time of year and excursions, we choose either a lightweight puffer or a heavier, longer one. Both fit nicely in a day bag, making it easy to remove and store them when needed, especially on a coach. Ladies, don't forget your scarves. They add a nice pop of color to your outfit and keep you warm if the temperature drops. Plus, they're incredibly useful when visiting churches or mosques where modest clothing or head coverings might be required. In our experience, wearing a simple hat has been acceptable as a head covering, but we always carry a scarf in our bag just in case. It's lightweight and easy to throw on. When it comes to modest dress codes, both men and women should be mindful. Women will often need to cover their shoulders and knees, while men should wear long pants and avoid sleeveless shirts. Having a scarf, shawl, or shirt with sleeves handy makes it easy to adjust your outfit to meet local customs and requirements. Some sacred sites have coverings for you to borrow, but personally, we don't like to rely on that option. River cruise staff will typically remind you if modest attire is required, and AmaWaterways typically gifts female passengers a large themed scarf on the second evening of the cruise. The design often reflects the itinerary, such as an Asian-inspired pattern for Vietnam river cruises or a Van Gogh floral motif for European sailings. AmaWaterways provides online resources to help you prepare for your cruise. If you miss them, you'll receive an email about 1 week before departure with important information, including a suggested packing list. This list will note if modest clothing is required for religious site visits. For example, it wasn't mentioned for our Enchanting Rhine cruise, but was recommended for our Egypt itinerary. Speaking of being prepared, let's talk about staying safe. We always recommend anti-theft bags like the Travelon Classic Messenger crossbody with slash-resistant straps, locking zippers, and RFID protection. It has great storage, and the water bottle pockets are perfect for maps or even umbrellas. We also use phone tethers and wallet chains for extra peace of mind when we visit places where pickpocketing is a big problem, like Rome, Barcelona, and Athens, just to name a few. Another useful item is zipper clips, which can make backpacks or travel bags more challenging for pickpockets to access. All right, let's talk shoes. For daytime excursions, grippy shoes are a must. You'll be walking on cobblestones, slippery marble stairs in old churches, and uneven terrain. Most passengers we saw wore sneakers or hiking shoes. Personally, we always bring 2 pairs of sneakers so one can dry after we get stuck in rain, while we use the other the next day. For winter itineraries, including Christmas market cruises, consider waterproof boots with good traction to allow for rain and snow. On board, we stick to lightweight shoes, Cole Haan for him, and Ilse Jacobsen flats for me, and for a dressier night, a pair of ballet flats or loafers work perfectly. None of these add a lot of weight to your luggage or take up much space, but we always wear our most bulky and comfortable shoes on the plane to maximize space and weight in our bags. We don't wear sandals often, but plenty of women wore them in the evenings. Occasionally, we'd spot a man wearing sandals like Birkenstocks or even closed-toe active shoes like Keens, though this was pretty rare. Let's talk about what to wear to meals. For breakfast and lunch, passengers typically wear whatever they plan to tour in for the day. Dinner attire, however, varies. On particularly busy days, many guests go straight from excursions to the sip and sail, meaning they may wear their daytime outfits to dinner. While some passengers opt to change into a nicer shirt, bottoms, or shoes, it's not a requirement. Overall, no one seemed concerned about how dressed up others were for dinner, and it was a lot more casual than we expected. Many describe AmaWaterways' dress code as smart casual, not formal, but comfortable and stylish. Some guests choose to dress up a bit more for special evenings, like the chef's table or captain's dinner. Here are a few outfits we wore to dinner. We made a point to check out the dining room every night, and honestly, no one dressed sloppily, but it was definitely laid back. Our advice? Be inspired by AmaWaterways advertisements or browse online communities like Facebook and Cruise Critic to get a sense of what's typical. That said, there are some occasions where you'll want to step it up a notch. If you sign up for an evening concert like in Vienna, you don't need to go all out, but dressing a little nicer can make the evening more special. We found that a smart top for women and a button-down shirt, maybe a jacket for men, was just fine. Nothing too formal, but nicer than what you'd wear to dinner on board. Tourist venues for performances are not as formal as some of the traditional locations. We scheduled our own Vienna evening concert in a church, and we kept it low-key and comfortable. In the past, we went to an evening concert excursion in Vienna during the Christmas markets, and that too was surprisingly casual. Also, keep in mind that certain shore excursions, like visits to churches or mosques, require more conservative attire. Cover your shoulders and knees, and for mosques, ladies may need a head covering, but we've already mentioned that. When packing, less is more. River cruise cabins, including those on AmaWaterways, are typically smaller than ocean cruise cabins and have limited storage space. Pack wisely to make the most of it. We love using compression packing cubes or compression bags, especially for bulky items like jackets. There are no self-service laundry facilities on board, but laundry services are available for a small fee. Here's a copy of the price list. If you cannot read it when you stop the video, you can comment below or email us for a copy. We used the service multiple times and we're very pleased with it. Our items were laundered well and, in our experience, returned within a day each time. We always pack dry laundry sheets for washing a few items in the sink. Typically, we also bring magnetic hooks to hang clothes to dry after washing or getting caught in the rain, but unfortunately they don't work on AmaWaterways ships. But there is a retractable clothesline in the shower where you can hang a few things. Another tip that we have for longer cruises like this, where laundry facilities aren't available and it costs money just to have something ironed, is to travel with Downy wrinkle release spray. There are full-size and travel-size options available. Now, you probably know that we travel with compression bags, and things sometimes can get a little wrinkly in them. So here's how well Downy wrinkle release spray works. This is on a different river cruise line, but these are the cotton dress shirts we typically travel with. Downy wrinkle release won't work miracles, so we always suggest that you iron things before packing and then freshen them up with the Downy spray. Plus, it smells great too. We suggest attaching a pants hanger to the bottom of the garment as it dries. This will help keep the fabric stretched out and wrinkle-free while it dries. One great benefit of compression packing cubes is that they create extra space in your bag for souvenirs. Shopping opportunities vary by itinerary. Some cruises offer plenty of chances to shop, while others may have fewer options and not necessarily in every city. In the past, we've found fantastic shopping opportunities in cities like Budapest, Vienna, Regensburg, Koblenz, and Cologne. If you can set aside extra time in these destinations, you won't be disappointed. When we visited the Christmas markets in the past, Vienna was one of the best, but be aware your time might be limited. When one of us needed to replace sunglasses in Melk, Austria, we had to rush through town and climb about 10 flights of stairs. So plan ahead if you know you'll need something, and look around during your tour for the shops you may want or need to visit. Another great resource for shopping locations is the crew. Most of them have been to the ports many times and are a wealth of information. You can get inspired by simply observing what other passengers are wearing on a river cruise. It's a great way to get ideas for practical yet stylish outfits that fit the vibe of the trip. We have a few suggestions to help with that. The first is to check out what passengers are wearing in AmaWaterways ads, which often reflect the real lifestyle of people on board. It's a great way to get ideas for practical yet stylish outfits that fit the vibe of the trip. AmaWaterways offers a Find Inspiration section on their website, which includes brochures and plenty of photos of passengers, though some may be models. This section also features the Connections blog, which shares real stories from actual passengers, offering great insight into what people wear on board. For even more inspiration, social media is a great resource. On Facebook, try searching the hashtag AmaWaterways to find photos of passengers on specific itineraries. And as we've mentioned before, online communities like Facebook groups and Cruise Critic are incredibly helpful. You can ask questions or even request pictures, like, "What did you wear to the chef's table?" Post your photos. And one final thing, AmaWaterways does not permit passengers to bring their own hair straighteners or curling irons. However, a limited number of compatible hair appliances are available upon request at the front desk. We recommend asking for one as soon as possible after boarding. During our cruise, we were told we could keep it for the duration of the trip, but if demand is high, guests may be asked to return it after use. If you need salon services, there is a hair salon on board. Here is the price list. Feel free to pause the video for details. You can also request a copy in the comments or by emailing us. We hope you found our guide on how to dress for an AmaWaterways River Cruise helpful and feel ready to pack with confidence. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All proceeds from this channel go to charity, so your support truly makes a difference. If you have any questions or tips to share, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen, and we'll see you next time.